Hello and welcome. I am Lopamudra and you are listening to my weekly podcast, What's in a Story, where I read stories from my books along with a small introduction about each. These stories are from my work as an anthropologist from across India and South Asia, and the introductions with each story helps to explain different related information about, say, maybe aspects like history, languages and literature, music, trade and economy, festivals, or facts about archaeology, and many other things which are all important to understand or get a meaning or a context of a story. In this second season, we will listen specially to narratives of and about water bodies from Asia, and this will include stories from the smallest of water bodies like wells or small ponds to lakes, rivers, or the sea and the ocean. Let's listen to today's episode in season 2 of What's in a Story. About today's story. Today's story is about Nepal and the river Karnali. The Karnali River of Nepal is known as Mapcha Khambab in Tibet, which means the river originating from a peacock's mouth. The Mapcha Khambab becomes the Karnali as it flows into Nepal, and thereby as it flows into India, it's referred to as the Ghaghara. The Karnali is 507 kilometers long and is Nepal's longest river. It is the largest tributary of the Ganga by volume. This is in western Nepal. This is also called as the only free-flowing river of Nepal, though there is a proposed hydropower project for the Upper Karnali, which is the Upper Karnali Storage Hydropower Project and will have an installed capacity of 900 megawatts, making it the largest hydropower plant in Nepal when achieved. Now it's a mighty river, it has many folk tales, and the following folk tale is one of the popular ones. I read this story from one of my research papers about water folklore of South Asia. The story about the Karnali River of Nepal is about a fish couple, an aging fish couple, Matsya and Devi, who used to live in a pond of the river Karnali by the village of Chipra, where fishing was not allowed. So the fishes grew into adulthood. This pond was on the side of a crematorium, and the fishes grew large and healthy from the bones and ashes that floated down into the river, as well as the rice grains that the relatives floated into the river as a symbolic offering. One day, as Matsya, the male, was very irritated about the muddy waters of the monsoon, with the fear of dying soon. His wife, Devi, consoled him to take a trek, or that is a swim, to Mount Kailash, the abode of Shiva and Parvati. As Matsya sat thinking, Devi reminded him that one day everyone has to die, which they understood, living close to a crematorium, and she narrated the story of Matsya avatar of Vishnu from the Dashavatar mythology of Vishnu Puran. Devi reminded Matsya that they were Matsya as well, like Vishnu, and he will protect them if they do undertake the pilgrimage. Though he was concerned at the beginning, but Matsya later on agreed to undertake the pilgrimage under the condition that he should find rice on the way, as this was the only thing he could digest in his old age. Finally, they set off. However, after swimming for a lengthy period of time, they realized that they can't take it anymore and they were about to die very soon. When they reached Khulsi, Matsya's guts gave out, and Devi's body too was totally spent. Devi leapt out to show some grains of rice on the banks, and with much difficulty Matsya followed her. For the first time, as they were out of the river, they saw the river large and clear, sparkling and dancing, and they realized that they have lived in a wonderful home all their lives, and they have actually arrived at his source in paradise. Their bodies magically hardened into massive stones by next morning, like Vishnu morphing from a tiny fish into a large one in the story of the Matsya avatar. In time, the sprouts of rice also grew into maturity, scattering the rice all around. Soon, humans came and inhabited the area to cultivate rice. Today, the fish couple can still be seen standing next to each other in Dharapuri, the habitation which sprang up around the fields of rice.